Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of DappRadar's Off the Blockchain. It's the podcast where we talk about all of the most interesting stories from the world of Web3. You've got me, your host, Charlie. We have Robert Hulk Hogendoorn sat in Turkey. If you don't know why I said that, it's a reference to last week, so go and check that out. And we have Ian Kane situated in the Lithuanian backcountry. It's Friday, the 29th of April, and I'm already looking forward to the weekend. So wherever you are in the world and wherever you're listening, welcome. Now, we have another great show lined up for you today, and we'll be talking about all things NFT. So we'll be looking at OpenSea Aquires Gem and the battle for supremacy of the secondary marketplace. Obviously, this week we can't discuss NFTs without talking about Yuga Labs' new virtual world, Otherside. And there's a new craze that's hit the news this week. ENS domains, specifically the 4-digit ones. So we'll be jumping into that and trying to figure out what the hell they are. So today's NFT day, or as funny people call them, secondhand JPEGs.
Is that what you call them, Charlie?
I've seen it online. I don't call them that. I've got more respect. We'll also be playing a new game I've titled Thumbs Up or Thumbs Down. So really original there. And we'll also be answering some of your questions at the end of the show. But before we get into any of that, how are you two? Robert, we'll go over to you in Turkey. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Like this week, I hit gold in Splinterlands. Great stuff. And I've been super annoyed. Like I've been really annoyed. So Genies, the Avatar project Genies, supposedly doing great stuff. And I received an email. Yay, you're whitelisted, because I have meta key and they got me on a whitelist. I was like, oh, awesome, whitelisted, some free NFTs, cool stuff. So I go to their website. I need to register with my phone number. Like, okay, bit KYC, but free NFTs. I'm like, whatever. So I will just do it.
Yeah.
So
give it all up, right?
I type in my phone number, wait for the SMS, nothing. This was on Monday.
Right.
Monday evening, tried again, nothing. Yeah. Tuesday, nothing. Then I forgot about it. Wednesday, got a reminder email. Hey, you're qualified. You're qualified. Please register. Like, oh yeah, okay. I'll try it again. Maybe they fixed it. Nothing. This morning, Friday, 5 days later, again, got a freaking email from them. I was like, okay, hopefully they fixed it now. Again, nothing. During the week, I sent them emails twice. Haven't heard anything. So I tried email, I tried SMS, nothing works. Like, so I'm super annoyed with Genies, and not gonna make it, I guess.
It's a plot against you, mate. Like,
I wish I'd never asked.
They're out to get you, man. They're out to get you.
Yeah. It must be my Turkish phone number or something. Like it's
All right. Ian, any news from you?
Yeah, my week's been all right, actually. Pretty good.
See, Robert, that's the answer I was wanting.
That's the answer you're looking for.
I don't want your life story. I was just being polite.
That's a cultural thing, though. When Americans and UK people say, how you doing? You're not asking how you're doing. You're saying hello. In Holland, when you're saying how you're doing, you're actually asking how somebody's doing. So... Hence my reply.
Okay, well, in England we say "all right, mate," and that just means hi.
Everything's terrible.
Are you all right? How are things? Literally, hello. But by all means, next week come back to us with all of your life story again. It gave us a good laugh.
Oh, I've got a bit of a bad back, and my neck's giving me grief this week. Yeah.
All right. First off, we're going to play a new game I've called Thumbs Up or Thumbs Down. So I'm going to give you some news, and I want you to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So Gala Games dropped, or did they, their Fuzzle NFTs. So 27th of April was supposed to be the mint launch. Then it got pushed back to yesterday, and now they've tried to gamify their mistake somehow. So
I'll give them a thumbs up for that.
I want you to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on Gala Games Fuzzle NFTs.
Yeah.
So
I'll give them a
go...
thumbs up for the gamification of the mistake, and a sideways thumb for the entire
right,
debacle.
so we've got sideways thumbs for the drop. Why is that, Rob?
Look, like they haven't dropped anything. Like,
no, good point. Yeah, mostly a thumbs down then.
I kind of like those fuzzy animals. I like to imagine that they are like interactive Tamagotchis on your phone. So like I'm kind of interested in them, but I mean, they didn't drop, so I mean, what can I say?
They've kind of messed up there. They seem to have done. Right, and then the second one I'm going to give you is the new NFT project called Uardians. They're available on OpenSea, and it's a cause we're championing at DappRadar, and proceeds will go to help Ukrainian people. So thumbs up or thumbs down for that. 2 thumbs up, 3 thumbs up we have there. Is it pronounced Uardians? I'm assuming it is.
I believe so,
Yeah, so that's a really cool project. Go and check that out. All right, so first off, we're going to talk about OpenSea acquiring NFT aggregator Gem. They're hoping it cements its position as the number 1 NFT secondary marketplace. Just for some context, over the past 7 days, OpenSea trades amounted to $817 million. And LooksRare comes in second at $504 million. So they're the 2 biggest players by quite a margin. And OpenSea is obviously massively in the lead by about $300 million per week. OpenSea acquiring Gem looks like a preemptive move to position itself or reaffirm its status as the leading NFT secondary marketplace. But first off, for anyone who doesn't know, Rob, I'm going to go to you with this one. What is Gem? What is an NFT aggregator, and what are they used for?
Now, what is an aggregator, right? That's the big question. You have those websites where you go, where they search for a product on multiple web shops, and you can find the best price. That's an aggregator. So an aggregator takes into account different sources and gives you the best option available. And in this case, in the case of NFTs, the cheapest ones available. So an NFT aggregator looks at LooksRare, OpenSea, dozens of other marketplaces, and serves you the best prices available across those different marketplaces.
Cool. And what is it? The Gem. Now, Gem's got a function where you can sort of add those together and buy them at a cheaper rate. Is that right?
Yeah, well, that's exactly why Gem is super interesting. Gem and Genie, like they have this history together. Like I think Genie was first, and then like a couple of guys split off, made Gem, and now Gem and Genie are competing.
So it's kind of like Puma and Adidas.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're brothers, but yeah.
Brothers.
No. He's talking about Gem and Genie, not Puma and Adidas.
Oh, right.
But what's you're right. Like what's interesting, that's actually the most used feature, of course, from Gem, is that you can say, okay, I want to buy let's say the 10 cheapest CryptoPunks across all different marketplaces, and you would buy them in one transaction. So A, you find the cheapest, and B, you get them at a reduced gas fee. So you pay less gas fees for bulk buys. Yeah,
you're not paying individual gas fee, are you? It's really cool that you can do it across different NFTs from different chains as well. Also, that's quite cool and quite clever. Ian, why do you reckon OpenSea is doing this now?
I think it goes back to what we were talking about last week. OpenSea there's more competitors starting to arrive, and I think the big one for them will be the Coinbase marketplace, which is imminently going to launch. I think OpenSea is kind of getting battle ready, as it were, like preparing itself for the onslaught from people like LooksRare, Coinbase, and other entities as well. And then they also integrated MoonPay to make it easier for customers to purchase NFTs. So the whole thing to me looks like a getting ready for battle kind of preparation mode, to be honest. Yeah.
Because once these platforms like Coinbase come into the game with their usership and their resources they've got behind them, it could be quite tough for, although OpenSea is huge compared to places like Coinbase, they're not quite as big, are they?
having that rub off as well, you know, the Coinbase brand counts for a lot, and that safety and security counts for a lot. So customers that perhaps know nothing about NFTs may leap in when they're able to via an application that they're used to. There's also and there's the marketing ability of Coinbase to push out NFTs onto their huge user base of loyal customers. You know, what's to stop them rewarding people with NFTs to get trading flowing in the early days? So I think OpenSea is a little bit not worried, not scared, just preparing for the inevitable future, basically, where they're not the biggest fish in the pond anymore.
Now, you spoke about those people who maybe will find a path into NFTs via Coinbase, and that's their entry point. For anyone who doesn't know about NFTs, first off, Rob, what are they? What does it stand for? And how are they different to JPEGs? Because I do get people say that to me. They just say, "Is it not just a picture that you're selling for $500,000?" So what are NFTs? Just a quick overview.
NFT stands for non-fungible token, and essentially it's a contract that shows that you own a specific asset secured through the blockchain. And it sounds very complicated, but imagine a piece of art, a JPEG. That JPEG is tied to a smart contract, to a token, a unique token ID, and that token ID is basically the NFT in your wallet. So that ID that tells you are the rightful owner of this particular image. It also shows you who made it, what has been the history, who had it before, etc. So now expand on this principle. Like, don't talk only about JPEGs and art, but let's talk about a contract, like a contract with a phone company. Now you have it could be an NFT. An NFT in your account. As long as you hold that NFT, you have access to your services from the phone company. A game item, that legendary sword in your favorite RPG can be an NFT. And as long as you have that NFT in your wallet, you are the owner of the NFT. Doesn't mean that the actual sword is in your wallet. No, the contract that tells that you are exclusively owning this particular item in the game library.
And so I've heard people say that you can use that for stuff like car deeds or house ownership, all those sort of things.
Yes, that technically, absolutely. Like, there's a whole legal aspect to that, of course. So that's still a bit complicated, and it's not very easy. But like, you're already seeing this mergence of blockchain technology and real estate. Like, there are projects like Realty and some other.
The only thing I'd be slightly worried about, if I own my house and I had the ownership rights in an NFT, what if you lost the secret key to your wallet? would you also lose your house?
Yeah.
Good question. Yeah.
Don't use the keys, basically.
Lose the private keys to your MetaMask, you've lost your crypto. It's like something that we say quite often, you know, the world that we're headed towards is one where we take responsibility for massive issues. I don't personally think most of the world is ready to take those responsibilities as such, but yeah, that's where we're headed, where we take, if you lose your deed, you lost your deed, that's your fault. That's your bad.
No, like if you talk about government, and we're a little bit moving away from the initial conversation here, but if you talk about government NFTs, you can imagine that, for example, your like the government stores that you own a certain parcel. You have a house in the forest.
Yeah,
the government store. Yes, I mean the deeds and stuff are stored by the government. But maybe you as the owner, you receive an NFT, so you can use all kinds of services online and anywhere in the world without the need of going to an office, getting a paper, a copy here, a copy there. No, you just scan the NFT. Look, I have it. Okay, cool. Go time. If you would ever lose your wallet, lose access to your wallet, you just go to the government again. They cancel the validity of the old NFT, give you a new one, and you can use it again. So, like how you use NFTs, like sure, like as a user, you become more like you become empowered, but it doesn't mean that when you lose access to your wallet, you lose everything, right? I mean, when you talk about government-issued NFTs, there will still be government-controlled storage somewhere where they can validate ownership.
Yeah. Oh, that would make perfect sense, wouldn't it? Just to, I was going to sneak another bit of education in, Charlie, because we said non-fungible, but we didn't say what fungible is. So I don't know if we want to go through down that rabbit hole for a second as well.
Well, it might be useful to talk about, ERC7. I've heard this ERC721s and ERC20s.
Like ERC20s are basic. You've got crypto tokens, fungible tokens, which are crypto tokens, and non-fungible tokens, which are NFT tokens. And I guess the way I've explained it in the past is that an Ethereum token is like I don't know, a €1 coin, for example. If we all had one, we've all got the same thing. The only difference is whose wallet it sits inside of, right? The actual item is the same. So one Ethereum token is, if all three of us have got one, there's no difference between them. It's just that we hold the one individually.
And you can swap them, and you've still got the same thing, basically.
Whereas with ERC721 non-fungibles, they are entirely unique. So there is only one. And then people often ask, well, how come you can do a run of 10,000 images? Well, each of the 10, and I'm not talking about avatar images here. I'm talking about having 10,000 versions of the same image. Each one is identified slightly differently, like a signature on a painting. Yeah. So I just think it's quite important to outline that as well, because people generally don't understand the difference between the two, and that a non-fungible token is entirely unique.
And even if it looks the same, the underwriting contract
is different.
It's indeed like a print of a painting, right? Like a painter can create a one-of-a-kind unique painting that sells for $1 million, but they often also make
10,000 prints.
Not 10. I don't think they do 10,000. That's quite a lot. But
something
let's say 500 prints, and they sell them for $2,000 a piece. But then it's accessible, and on in the bottom right or bottom left corner somewhere, you will see a number, or maybe it's on the back of the painting.
1 out of 500.
Indicate, and that's basically what the non-fungible token also does.
It's not that complicated, is it?
No, it's not that complicated. But for people, for the uninitiated, I think this idea of them costing so much and people spending so much money is mad.
They don't look into it deep enough, though. You can see a picture of a monkey and you can see a price tag. If you don't read the article and you don't go deeper into what NFTs are, then of course that will be your conclusion. But it's a very simplistic conclusion to come to, in my opinion. There is levels of nuance to it that need to be understood.
Yeah, and it's funny.
Not willing to, then fine.
Yeah, it's true.
Right,
but it's funny how some NFT projects can, go to the moon. Some NFT projects just seem to fizzle away into nothing. But one that definitely has gone to the moon, and I know that we have to talk about this week if we're discussing NFTs, is Bored Ape Yacht Club and the new virtual world Otherside. So, Rob, I'm going to hand over to you here, and you can tell everyone about the crazy things going on in that new world.
Yeah, so Bored Ape Yacht Club. Now, if you don't know, pictures of apes with different clothes on, different faces. Turned out to be an internet cultural phenomenon. Very big on the internet. Like minting 1 year ago was like 0.08 ETH. Maybe $200 or something like that at the time.
I wish I
right now the floor price, so the cheapest one on the market, is 148 ETH, which $432,000. So those people who minted those Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs 1 year ago during the year, they got a Mutant Ape Yacht Club, they got Kennel Club, they got some merchandise, they got the Ape token airdropped, etc., etc. So they made lots and lots of money.
Pretty tasty margin there as well, right? Like
yes,
200 bucks. I just did it on my calculator. It's quite a big
ridiculous.
number.
It's ridiculous. Now that entire ecosystem of monkey JPEGs goes a step further because they will introduce Otherside, and Otherside is a virtual world in the metaverse that potentially allows crossovers between different NFT projects. But truth being told, we don't know that much about it yet. It's we don't know how big the land is. We don't know what the shape of the land is, if we can build anything, if we can maybe it's just a chair in a room. We honestly don't know what the other side is.
I mean, I guess what do we do? We do know that it's launching tomorrow, and we do know that I think they said they're going to do 2 rounds of 100,000 lands. Is that right?
No, 55,000.
But they're doing another one in August, aren't they?
I have no idea.
I thought they were doing another mint process in August. Maybe not. But $6.5 grand they're going for tomorrow.
I think we have a trailer of Bored Ape.
Cool. Let's check it out.
Of Otherside, just so you can get an idea of what it's all about.
You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, yeah. We chased our pleasures here, dug our treasures there, but can you still recall the time we cried, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side.
And what do you know now? nothing much. But it is a cool trailer.
I think the trailer is amazing. I think I've watched it about 10 times, and I always just really get wrapped up in the music and the graphics and stuff. But I don't know what's going to be happening in the world.
You know what's interesting here? Like in the trailer, so you see those different characters sitting in the jet or
spaceship
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Spaceship thingy. So there's Meebits, there's CryptoPunks, both bought by Yuga Labs recently. There's Nouns, there's
World of Women,
and
what's the little frog?
And the Cryptodes.
Cryptodes, yeah.
So maybe those are on the acquisition list of Yuga Labs.
Or at least some sort of cross-partnership thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, Cryptodes is CC0, so it's a public territory. So technically, if they own a couple, they can integrate them. It should not be a problem. Anyway,
the Easter egg one in the background, it looked quite clearer there. Do you remember we were talking last week about the hidden face?
You need to give this up, this Easter egg.
There's an egg. There's an egg.
Anyway, so Otherside will launch tomorrow. 305 ape coins or ape tokens per land. Like you said, Charlie, that's $6,500. In total, there are like 65,000 ape token holders, and at this very moment, there are a little over 21,000 wallets that have enough ape to buy one land. However, there's a limitation. So every wallet can only buy 2 pieces of land. So that's right now. There will be 15,870, and it's important to note that everybody who buys land in Otherside needs to KYC. So they need to identify themselves by
KYC
sharing.
stands for
Know your customer.
Yeah.
So they need to identify that they are who they are by sharing their passport, ID card, driver's license. Or
That doesn't seem very Web3 to me.
No, depends. To be honest, like we can at least say that KYC will be an important part moving forward. And in the blockchain industry, there have been multiple initiatives where KYC happens in such a way that your data isn't stored anywhere, but they still verify that you are who you are.
Yeah.
And with that, your wallet gets basically whitelisted. And I think, like, if before we talked about passports and about government, like it is part of the future, and everybody will have like let's call it KYC wallet, and maybe everybody will have a private wallet for their more shady businesses. So, but like So I think KYC is something inevitable. Like if you want to use a government service using Web3 wallets, then you need KYC. That's so yeah. Do you need? Is it weird that you need KYC for Otherside to buy land in Otherside? Well, yeah, it's something new. It's something that hasn't been done before. So from that perspective, yes, it's weird. From a legal perspective and talking about taxes and stuff like that, maybe not so much. What this does for Yuga Labs is at least make sure that the bots and the scalpers and whatever you want to call them can't get their hands on massive amounts of land. Yeah. So this is a good way to make sure that the land gets divided
now
equally among the community.
Rob, you're mentioning there sort of numbers not adding up, and that maybe not everything's going to be able to sell out with all the people and how much money they've got and things like that. But from the only thing that I heard was that people need more ape. So Ian, what's this done to the price of ape coin in the run up to the Otherside land sale?
So I've been watching the ape token pretty closely the last couple of weeks. And the most interesting thing that's happened is it became today it is the 25th largest cryptocurrency ranked by market cap, which puts it as it's the number one metaverse token by market cap. It flipped Decentraland's Mana, it flipped AXS, and it flipped Sand as well this week. So, and let's bear in mind, this token launched less than 30 days ago, I believe, or around 30 days ago.
17th of March, yeah.
That's it. So it's become the highest ranked metaverse token within a month of launch, basically. The price has gone up 72% in the last 30 days.
I mean, those people over at Yuga Labs must just be rubbing their hands together.
Well, if you also think about the guys who got the massive ape airdrop as well, it's this kind of going against this community, this clique, this, who's buying land? It's going to be people that got airdropped ape tokens. So it's like an internal community going on here. But the Twitter announcement also about the Otherside caused it to jump past 18 because it had been kind of stable for a while. And then it went up to 26 and then it came back down again. But like on having a look on whale stats, I think it's in the top 5 by coins by trading volume, and it's in the it is the number 6th coin with an average volume limit $117,000, and then it's in the top coins by purchase tokens in the last 24 hours. So these are the most purchased tokens in the last 24 hours, and there you can see stablecoin, Ethereum, stablecoin, and then Ape in 5th.
So it's up there with the big players, basically.
Big time. And it's up there. And then, you see Mana 2 places below. So a flip has occurred. It's had a massive impact on the price of Ape this week. If you're thinking of aping in, err on the side of caution. This is build up for tomorrow. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, interesting to be honest, and the fact that it flipped players that have been in the scene for years in a matter of weeks. Crazy.
They've definitely got the golden touch, haven't they? Now that's obviously been the big story this week. Otherside launching tomorrow. Everyone's been talking about it, but there's another story that I know Ian has caught your eye, and it's this ENS domain 4-digit trading phenomenon, which I still don't quite understand it. So talk us through it and explain to me so that I can understand.
Okay, so over the last couple of days, there's been a massive rush of ENS domain name trading. And then what happened was that ENS had released 4-digit ENS domain names. So that's numbers. So 0011 or whatever. From 0000 through to 9999. That's the collection. So 10,000 ENS domains. Now, it's different to the normal ENS domains because they're usually to represent names and their characters like letters. But this was different, and they also weren't available to purchase through ENS. It was an auction hosted on OpenSea. So what happened was these 4-digit ENS NFTs went up for sale at around $200. Sold out 6 hours. Then you look on the secondary trading market within a few hours and you're seeing $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 for the same item that's just been minted for a couple of hundred. So what had happened was a clique basically had formed around this 4-digit collection of NFTs. It's in essence, it's a collection of 10,000 ENS NFTs of 4 digits. So one of the big drivers that caused this kind of group to form around it was somebody launched a Twitter and a Discord called the 10K Club. So people that managed to get their hands on one of these ENS NFTs started to refer to themselves as members of the 10K Club because there was only 10,000 of them. So then we had this Discord channel that was set up, and it was invites sent only to the people who had bought or were holding one of these domain names. And it's already got over 3,000 members in it. So number one, it was pretty weird, I thought anyway, that they just kind of, I didn't hear anything about this until a couple of days ago, and then just suddenly it popped up. And the reason that we saw it is because ENS was guzzling gas at a crazy rate, and it doesn't normally. So you've got like the main gas guzzlers of like Uniswap, OpenSea, and then all of a sudden you had ENS, and I was like, what's going on here? Why is it so high? So 4 appears to be the magic number for ENS right now because it's actually sitting. Yeah, I know, my Della Soul thing. So yeah, it seems to be the magic number right now because when I last looked, it was sitting in 4th position as the biggest gas guzzler out there. So, but what's really, and something else to watch out for, guys. If any of you have just listened to all that and you're like, oh, I need to go and get a 4-digit.
I need to go and get a 4-digit number for some reason.
I really need to get one of them 4 digits in my life. Then be careful because I've got a couple of screenshots here. I am one of those people who went and had a look, and I found that there were fakes already popping around on OpenSea. Yeah. If you look at this one, this is 38L0. A capital L looks like a 1. So look out for, it's the only thing you can do it with. I did a bit of homework on it yesterday and tried to register names on ENS, and the capital letter L was the only one that ended up looking like a number. So I think I've got another picture as well, just to show how a number 1 looks. There you go. So the 1, 3, 6, 5. You can see that the 1 has got the little bit on the top. So be careful, but also the pricing as well. You'll see those other ones at really low value prices, people taking a chance. So that's one thing to watch out for. But what's like really going on here is way more interesting than a bunch of numbers. This is an NFT collection of 10,000 that has all of a sudden born a clique around itself and become like super popular in a couple of days. And I was talking to Rob about this yesterday. People are speculating on which numbers will be worth more money already. So there's a few, like I typed into Google, what's the best 4-digit number? and it came, it came out.
What did Google say about that, Ian?
Google told me that mathematically speaking, 9999 is the best number.
Oh yeah, obviously it's the top.
Obviously, because it's the
it's either
highest.
0000 or 9999.
Exactly, right. So there's those, and then there was another couple I found to do with like 1089, widely used in magic tricks because it can be produced from any two, three digit numbers. Anyway, whatever. This is not that interesting.
1337, man. That's the only one that matters.
What's
The
that?
only one that matters.
Tell everyone why, Rob.
Leads.
So
That's
there's
it.
many reasons why numbers should be like.
I saw Charlie's brain like leads.
Got it. Clicked it.
Charlie never played online games back in the 90s.
Do you mean Leeds United?
No, it leads. So if you 1337 turn around, you get LEE and then 1, which is a T.
Yeah.
But 1337 means elite. When somebody is 1337 in gaming, he is elite. Lead.
Oh yeah. Well, there we go then. 1337 sounds like the right number to get.
That's the one to buy, mate. That's the one to buy.
Yeah.
But aside from all that kind of jazz, it's like what's really interesting, I think, is the fact that a domain, because what this is a domain name, right? And it's become a collectible collection of NFTs now. And seriously, like they're being traded at a crazy rate. If you go to OpenSea and look, you got 1,700, 1,900, 2,000 this morning. And it's like the thing to really understand here is that what makes NFTs successful is not tokens or airdrops or passive income. It's culture. The culture that surrounds an NFT collection is the most vital thing, in my opinion, and it is in human nature. People gravitate towards cultural references, and I always try to people always try and separate crypto and real world. I leave them firmly stuck together. It makes everything much simpler.
It's the same reason that Panini football stickers worth so much money now, because
Precisely.
they don't have any intrinsic value. They're little bits of paper, but people pay a lot of money for them.
Yeah, but the culture of it is that feeling of being included in something special, is knowing something that other people don't know. Like Charlie, you didn't know about that number. Rob knew about that number. So he's got the upper hand in the gang, like he could potentially get a better one of these 4-digit numbers. So it's being associated with people like yourselves. And but if you remember like the early days of BAYC as well, like they raided Clubhouse chats, their Discord activity was mental, and they were just super active on Twitter. They made their holders feel so special. Like, and look at that trailer we just watched. Like, the production quality of that is awesome. If you're part of that gang, you're feeling a lot of love right now, right? So culture is what it's all about for me. And community as well. Like, if you're all holding the same tokens and you're all holding the same NFTs, and you're all potentially wearing a badge to prove it, you feel the lows together, you feel the highs together, you feel the ride together. And I think that's what's important. And what this has shown is that PFP collections have appeared to be the way to go for NFTs. Like that seemed to be the tried and tested methodology to success, right? But what this has shown, I think, is that it's not the only way towards success, and that you can build culture around something as abstract. Number. Yeah, something as. But again, the 4-digit number, it really can mean something to a group of people. It might not mean anything to us.
Yeah.
That gang of 10,000 people that now feel empowered, and the other people, finally, the thing they gave a shit about matters. These 4-digit numbers, finally.
Yeah.
So,
but that's the thing, right? I mean, the Black Lotus card in Magic the Gathering. What would you pay for it, Ian?
It depends. Well, yeah.
No, just with your knowledge. What would you pay? Exactly, $5.
Yeah, because.
But in reality, within the right community, it can sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So it all matters. Like community and belonging and how value is looked at within that community.
Yeah, I think so.
On those lovely notions, I'm just going to quickly move on to a different part of community. I'm sorry to cut you off there, Ian, but I did want to bring it back to the DappRadar community and our lovely team over at DappRadar. And we actually have a few community questions that I wanted to put to you both that our lovely fans have sent in on Twitter and in our Discord channel. So the first one is, and this is actually from 3 people, Canny T, Bran JTCY, and the suitably named Vicky042019. They've asked, it's a 6-digit number, not a 4 one. And they've asked, when is Radar, the Radar token from DappRadar, launching on Binance? Robert.
We haven't announced a specific date yet. Radar will first come to Binance Smart Chain, and then we will launch it onto Polygon. At the moment, we are talking to DEXs, to the most popular decentralized exchanges on Binance Smart Chain. On BNB chain, I have to say, to set up some juicy pools and create something that's interesting. We have, like I said, we have no actual date yet. But if you look at single token staking, that's something we have a date for because we're planning to launch that somewhere in May. So, and that will ultimately also come to Binance Smart Chain. So I'd say earliest end of May, but probably in the months ahead.
Okay, so no firm dates yet, but what I am hearing is there's big things coming up. So I might bump up my holding of Radar before anything big really bumps the price up. So thanks for those questions from our users on Twitter. Now we have another question. How are volumes and transactions counted for NFT marketplaces on DappRadar? And that question is from 0xLam on Discord. So how are volumes and transactions counted for NFT marketplaces on DappRadar?
For NFT marketplaces, each sale that occurs is counted as a transaction. The volumes we count are in US dollars, and that number is captured on the day of the sale. So on the day the item sells, the price in crypto at that time is the value of the sale. Other platforms, you see, they adapt so that in a month's time, if Ethereum is up, the sale would be worth more on that day, but then you don't get an actual value, you get a moving value of an item. So it's fixed on DappRadar.
No, ours is the value at the time of the sale.
Mm-hmm.
That really makes our metrics stand out, by the way, from many other platforms, because we take the old school approach of centralizing on focusing on US dollar prices. And like Ian said, like we really measure the moment of the sale. So not even the same day, but really the second of the sale takes place. We calculate the US dollar price, and that's the amount we mention.
Thank you very much. And we have one more question. When is the mobile app dropping? So DappRadar's mobile app. Robert, when's it dropping?
It's in heavy development. It's looking cool. I've seen some previews, and it's looking sexy. It will tie into your DappRadar.com account smoothly, and everything you do on the app you can also do on the mobile. On the website. It connects 100%. So that's all very cool. We don't have a set date yet, but somewhere in Q2. So that means before the end of June.
Cool. Right. And with that exciting news, I'll thank again the people who posed our questions, and we'll say goodbye for another week. So it's goodbye from Ian.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you very much. And I'm happy I actually stayed here for the whole show.
Well done. Well done, you. It's nice to see your face all the time. Goodbye from Robert.
Yeah. Have a nice afternoon, good morning, and good evening. And don't forget, if you have questions, drop them in Discord, on Twitter, on YouTube, wherever you can, and we can answer them next week.
Thank you very much, Robert. And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye until next week.